Hi everyone, it's Rosh, and I'm just checking in to see how you're doing after spending all that time over 2 days attending our Presenting Intelligence workshop. Now, today, what I want to do in our first follow-up video is to just remind us of some of the key pertinent nuggets that we shared with you in our workshop. Because on the surface of it, yes, a lot of what you learned was, and I kept saying this, right? Not rocket science. A lot of it is common sense. And a lot of things that we already know in presentations, we've learned on the job or perhaps through trial and error from our university days right up to getting on the job hands-on experience. But I just wanted to go a little bit deeper and share with you some of the nuggets that I hope that you will really embrace and really make it as part of your practice whenever you are planning, preparing, practicing your presentations in the future. Now, of course, the most important thing is this, that whenever we are doing a presentation, we've always got to customize our presentation. And we customize it because our audiences may be different. The topic may be the same, the subject matter may be the same, but who we're presenting to may change. So what you present is very important, right? So if we're starting with the who, then think about what is it that our audience needs? What is it that they already know? Now, understanding your audience will help you know whether they are going to be welcoming of you, whether they're going to be welcoming of your message, the type of questions that you might get, whether you get lots of questions. So doing just a little bit of homework on this area would be critical. Now, here's the thing. Too many presenters out there do not do enough of a homework when it comes to thinking through who their audience might be and what could be their personal needs. Because especially if we are pitching and we are trying to influence the people in our audience to do something, then we may want to pay attention to what their personal or business needs are. Now, the other thing that is so critical, and again, so few presenters do this, is really thinking through the what of their presentation. So you've already done your homework on the audience. So what do they now expect from you? Given that they already know your topic and your title of your presentation, what do they expect from you? And the reason why it is important to put ourselves in our audience's shoes is to make sure that we don't waste their time. How many times have you been to a presentation and you're not clear about what the presenter is talking about? You're not sure what the objective of the presentation is? Well, we don't want you to make those mistakes. So as a presenter from now on, do your homework on the who, make sure you're clear on the what, so that you are crystal clear about your objective, because you have only been given so much of time to do your presentation. If you're not clear about your objective, then you're not going to be able to achieve it. And if you don't achieve your objective, you're not going to be having a successful presentation. So in a nutshell, do be very clear about who your audience is, what is it that they need and expect from you, and then you can be clear about your objective. If you can, make sure you do this for every single presentation you go out there. You're already going to be so different from so many others. And more importantly, you're going to stop wasting people's time, your audience's time, right? And they will really appreciate it. Now, I do have one more thing that I'd like you to do. I'd like you to do a little bit of reflection. I want you to imagine 30 years from now, okay? Project yourself into the future. If you successfully implemented everything you learned in terms of the skills and knowledge around presenting intelligence, what could that mean for you? Take some time. You can pause the video here if you want to. Write your response. But I'm not done yet. Once you've got that response, then I want you to think about the next piece. For the next 30 weeks, in terms of application, how can you apply the skills and knowledge that you have learned so that you can get that long-term impact? Again, pause the video if you need to, write down your response. But I have one more question for you to reflect on. The last one is, for the next 30 days, what can you systematically do to make sure that you are applying some of the skills and knowledge that we've shared with you, starting with some of the things that I've shared with you in this video? So that's all for the first video for your follow-up. I will be sending you a second video soon. And for those of you who have not attended our workshop and you are listening to this video and watching and viewing it, I hope that some of what I've shared will also be helpful for you as you think about your presentations in the future. Thank you.